Welcome, I'm Brian Hayes, and in this video, I'm going to answer the question, what is Salesforce? And at the end of this video, I'll give you my 3 favorite resources for learning Salesforce. So when somebody says Salesforce, they're referring to one of 3 different things. They're either referring to the company, the product, or the community/ecosystem. So when you hear somebody say Salesforce rented a cruise ship because they ran out of hotel rooms for their San Francisco conference, they're referring to the company. Salesforce, the company, has been around for over 20 years, and they make a number of different software products that they organize into clouds. They're essentially categories for the products: Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, etc. They focus on making software for organizations, whether those are for-profit companies, nonprofits, or government entities. They make software to help them accomplish their goals. In addition to the products that Salesforce makes, they're also known for their charitable activities. Salesforce started a model called 111, and it's a charitable idea where a company pledges to give 1% of its revenue, 1% of its employee time, and 1% of its products away to causes for free. In addition to that, the CEO and co-founder Mark Benioff emphasizes this idea of stakeholder capitalism. That's the concept that a corporation has responsibility to more than just its stakeholders. They're responsible to its employees, to its partners, to its customers, and the greater community. So that's Salesforce, the company. Now, if you hear somebody say, if it's not in Salesforce, it didn't happen, they're referring to the product. Since Salesforce has grown, they've got so many other products, they've really renamed them. There's no product that's just called Salesforce anymore, but it's still used commonly. And so that's referring to their core database product, which is typically used by sales teams or service teams. It's essentially a shared centralized database where employees can enter information about customers, log notes and calls, and manage processes within one system. This ultimately makes it easier to manage those processes and to serve the customers of that organization better. Now let's take that centralized database and layer on top of it automation, reporting, collaboration. Now let's layer one more thing on top of that. The Salesforce platform is extremely customizable, so you can build all sorts of apps that fit a particular use case. You don't have to get something just off the shelf for your organization. For example, you can use Salesforce to manage walking tours, or roof installations, or fundraising for medical research. So when somebody says log that in Salesforce, they're referring to that database, whether it's used by a sales team or a service team, or it's been highly customized to fit that particular organization's needs. Now, if you hear somebody say the Salesforce economy is going to have $1.6 trillion in revenue by 2026, what they're referring to there is the community or the larger ecosystem. So in addition to Salesforce, the company, and the product that it makes, there's a lot of other stakeholders that have interest in the Salesforce ecosystem that are part of it. First off, there's software partners, other companies independent from Salesforce that make software that integrates with the Salesforce tool and other products. For example, if you want digital signature, you want to be able to send out a contract and have them sign it and send it back, you can use a partner in the ecosystem to help accomplish that for you. Or if you want to create a lot of video and have it hosted and have all these metrics related to that video, you can use another partner to help you accomplish that and pull that data into the Salesforce system too. So those are software partners, but there's also people in the ecosystem that are just experts at using Salesforce. Most of these are admins within their own organizations. They've taken, classes, they've learned on their own, they've become certified, and so they're responsible for customizing the Salesforce product for their particular company or agency or nonprofit. If they're outside of a customer company, perhaps they're a consultant, and they work with multiple organizations, helping them improve their processes and use the tool better. So while Salesforce, the company, makes a number of products, which certainly generate a lot of revenue for themselves, that's just the beginning of where the value is created within the larger ecosystem. There's lots of experts and consultants and other companies that all integrate into this platform to help customers get more out of it. And so ultimately, the reason why you should care about Salesforce is because it represents a powerful technology that can be leveraged for an organization. If you're the one in the organization considering using software, Salesforce is definitely worth taking a look at because there's lots of other companies that are already using it and practices that you might be able to learn from. And if you're not the one who's going to use Salesforce yourself, you might be interested in learning how to use it so you can teach others. You can help other organizations take better advantage of technology to reach their goals. So if you want to learn more about Salesforce, here's the 3 resources that I recommend. First off, of course, YouTube. Lots of great videos on YouTube to help you get started. The second is Trailhead. Trailhead is a free website with a lot of educational material that's self-paced. You can go through and learn a ton about Salesforce's different products. And then the third would be Slack community groups. So there's a bunch of different specialized Slack groups of people who are using different Salesforce tools where you can engage, you can ask questions, you can answer questions, but you can get feedback from people who are actually using the tool in real life scenarios and also get their help on issues that you might have. If you want to see some technical tutorials from us, go ahead and hit like and click subscribe. Thanks for watching.